So this is happening. I'm hopping on the Valentine's Day fragrance train. I want to share with you the fragrances that I think are the most womanly and sexy for date night. So we'll call this Valentine's Day Sexy Date Night fragrance video something or other. And what I have for you is 15 fragrances in my collection that when I put them on, I feel like my prettiest, most womanly self and ready to shine femme fatale on a date. To keep the video at a reasonable length, because I'm sure you are watching 348,786 Valentine's Day videos, I would just like to share with you a prominent thing about the particular fragrance. Les Beaux. So the first one is one that rumor now has it is going to be discontinued. These rumors pop up and I don't know if they're true or not, but certainly it is sold out on the website. And if you think you might like it, I suggest you go figure out how to get your hands on a bottle now. Yeah, we create this craze, right? It is La Nuit Tresor à la Folie from Lancome. This is a lot like the original Tresor, except with a very amped up sweetness from vanilla and tonka bean and pear that just makes this delightful. Doesn't last the longest, you get about a half a day out of it, but this is a sweet bomb. Next is a robust white floral fragrance that really stole my heart the second that I tried it because it has one of my very favorite notes, tuberose. I know people hate tuberose. I love tuberose. It is Ralph Lauren Woman Intense with the cigarette lighter top. This is a gorgeous, soft, round, luscious white floral with some woody notes that makes me feel like I am elegant and have everything together. I have my entire life together when I'm wearing this. Then we have the very sultry, sensual, sexy La Belle Le Parfum Intense. This is the deeper, more grown-up nighttime version of La Belle, which is beautiful in and of itself from Jean-Paul Gaultier. I wore that the other day as my scent of the day, the OG. Fabulous. This is that intensified. So this is one of the cases where the intense name really is true, and it's even sweeter, very deep vanilla, that pear. Oh, you're not supposed to take the top off, you guys. But that deep, beautiful, syrupy pear vanilla thing going on with the tonka bean. Oh, yeah. Then you have Mon Guerlain Intense, which is just gorgeous. If you like the original Mon Guerlain but are looking for like a nighttime or sultry or sexy version of that fragrance, this is beautiful. It's heavy on the vanilla. There's a bit of woodiness in here. Oof, and there's some gorgeous florals that all just wrap around to give you like this really voluptuous hug, womanly voluptuous hug in a bottle. Then, one that stole my heart on first sniff, Jimmy Choo Fever. This has some powder in it. That's how it's a bit different maybe than the others. So the powder is the key thing I wanted to mention, but it's also fruity. It has hazelnut and coffee and vanilla and lots of just yummy, beautiful, I am woman, hear me roar kinds of notes in it. Yeah, beautiful. And the bottle is just so great. We have Roohy Tehebak, which is an affordable gem. This is said to be a dupe for YSL Belle de Opium, which is discontinued. Gorgeous. This is a deep, sweet, luscious, fruity, floral amber fragrance that is another one that's like a deep, sultry hug in a bottle. Absolutely beautiful for date night. Then the bottle on this one alone, it's Pure Excess from Paco Rabanne with the snake on it. Cute little bottle. Some people say this smells like popcorn to them. I don't know that I get that, maybe a hint of that. But it's really sweet. It's very heavy on the vanilla and there's a woodiness in here, a little bit of coconut, maybe even like a woody coconut, some yellow florals, pleasant fragrance, kind of airy, lifts off the skin, but is still like super feminine, nice cloud around you. Really nice fragrance. Then we have the fragrance, if you want to be elegant but sexy, I'd go with something like Tabit from Tiziana Terenzi. This is a really tough one for me to describe. I get green, I get floral, I get fruity, I get musky, I get beachy, salty, It's like an everything in one fragrance. It's really, it defies description for me, and one that I had to learn to fall in love with. But when I did and it hit me, it's like, oh yeah, this is a good one. Tabit. Next we have the man killer fragrance of all man killer fragrances. It is Atomic Rose from Initio. The most beautiful rose fragrance that I think I have ever smelled. Maybe ever. Yeah, it's like this elevated, elegant, gorgeous, refined, luxurious rose fragrance. It has hints of spice and powder and some amber in there too. But by and large, it's just a fantastic rose fragrance. Next, we have a fragrance that represents many fragrances all in one. It smells like Michael from Michael Kors, the black Kim Kardashian bottle, and it's also sort of its own fragrance, and it's Florence from Tocca. Gorgeous, really feminine, pretty, romantic, tuberose, gardenia, jasmine smell, and has at the top, I think it's apple and pear. Really just a pretty fragrance. Drives my husband crazy. Next, I have a fragrance that is just a fruity, sweet bomb of a fragrance. Heavy on pear, tonka bean, vanilla. It will drown you in sweetness. You'll get cavities in your teeth wearing it. It's amazing. And it is Atara from Michael Malul. One of the most sweet fragrances. Borders on cloying. It's so sweet, but it's not cloying to me. I think it is just a delightful, heavily fruity, sweet fragrance. Another man killer that people may sleep on when they first try it. In fact, I've heard a number of reviewers say they had to warm up to it, and when they did, they were like, whoa. It is the new version, the 2021 version of C Intense from Giorgio Armani. This is, if you like the note of black currant, imagine that in a thick, resinous, syrupy form inside of this bottle, and you get a sense of what you're getting, except it also, despite being so thick in texture, also is mysteriously light. So it's a little bewitching in that sense that when you first smell it, you think, I don't know that I'm getting anything really strong here. What's all the fuss about? But if you do like a full day wear, you'll get it, and you'll be like, yeah, this is the business right here. This is the sweet, syrupy, female man killer business. C Intense, the new version. Next, I have Armani Code Cashmere and Armani Code Absolu. Either one of these would be fantastic. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this Absolu version. This is the femme version. There is a male version of this. It's citrus at the top, but what really this is characterized by is the florals in the middle. It's tuberose and jasmine, and then it has vanilla and a heavy tonka bean in the base. So it is like this white floral, like sexy sweet hug in a bottle kind of thing. If you think about Armani Code Cashmere as having a nutty accord, this is more that vanillic tonka bean sweet thing happening, the more like pastry-ish gourmandy version of this. Both of these are beautiful and will attract the attention of your partner for sure. I have another tuberose for you. And before you go, ew, I hate tuberose. I find that gentlemen really like tuberose. They don't see it as an old-fashioned note. There's something very sort of romantic about it to them and womanly. I have Bulgari Tubereuse Mystique, and this is the Splendida version. Beautiful fragrance. It has black currant and Divana, these gorgeous, sweet, kind of green notes at the top. Tuberose obviously in the middle, and then vanilla and myrrh. Beautiful. I'm putting a big dent in this bottle. Can you see? It's kind of down here. Love this blue bottle as well. Awesome fragrance. Then a newer one to my collection that I fell in love with at first sniff, and I'm so glad that I got into my sticky little fragrance hands. Bond number 9 Tribeca. If you follow Ange at 50 Cents UK, you will understand that I am angicizing myself with this scent. It is gorgeous. And if you don't follow her, go follow her. She's so awesome. This is just a beautiful to me, gourmand. It's listed as an amber vanilla fragrance. It's got cacao, it has hazelnut, it has vanilla, it has everything that I want to be when I come back in another life as a fragrance. I want to be Tribeca Bond number 9. This is sultry and sweet and gourmand, but not cloyingly sweet. It even has a little bit of woodiness in it. It has jasmine sambac, which is one of my favorite notes, and there's caramel. So there's just this gorgeous light and subtle sweetness, enough to feel very gourmand to me, but not like overly so. Just like one of the most beautiful, balanced fragrances I've ever smelled. Love this. And lastly, my honorable mention, which is actually my number 1 womanly fragrance. It's only an honorable mention because I talk about this fragrance a lot. So I wanted to bring you others that we don't hype up all the time. But y'all, Amarige. And this one represents all the ones that I often talk about a lot. Like Alien, like Barouge Gravity, like The Only One Intense, like Narciso the White Cube. They're not all the same, but they're all favorites of mine that I wear all the time and that I've bought multiple bottles of or plan to buy multiple bottles of. Amarige stands as the representative of that faithful group of standby, tried and true, womanly man killer fragrances. This is just this gorgeous, woody, floral, sweet fragrance, ambery, that represents everything I feel like I am as a woman. What the heck does that mean? You don't know, but it's in this bottle, whatever that is. I really, really love this and feel like this embodies everything I love about all of the womanly fragrances that I own. I hope you have a fabulous Valentine's Day, whether or not you have a honey by your side. Hopefully you have a friend or a family member that you can send some love to, and they can send you back a little heart, a piece of chocolate, a glass of wine, whatever it is that you like, maybe a lovely cup of coffee. Happy Valentine's Day. I appreciate you and thank you for spending this video with me. Take care. See you in the next one.